Assalamualaikum to everyone. We are from DTE 0703 and today we are going to presenting a short story. But before we begin our presentation, please allow us to introduce ourselves first. My name is Sumayyah.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul, Umairah, Norazliana, Binti, Azman.
My name is Nurul, Aqilah, Binti, Mohamad, Nanyan, and I will be presenting about team.
Hi, my name is Aqilah, Binti, Assri.
Okay, so hi and hello everyone. My name is Noor Dalilah, Binti Ahmad Azanor Huslan. Okay, my matrix number is IPN 2307-10428.
Hi, my name is Nurin Binti Azman. I'm from DTE 0703. My ID number is IPN 2307-10447 and my prayer is conclusion.
Okay, hi, my name is Siti Hawa and I'm from DTE 0703.
Hello, my name is Afrina Binti Jamil. My ID number is IPN 2307-10401. I will be presenting the plot part from the short story entitled The Cat and the Moth.
Alright, so these are the contents that we are going to present one by one, starting with introduction, setting, character and characterization, plot, points of view, theme, visual appeal, and lastly, conclusion. Alright, the story that we picked is Cat and Moth. Let's move on to the introduction of this short story. So, the director of this story is India Banado. Cat and Moth is an animated short film. It starts with Tito, a fluffy white cat searching for the most perfect spot to rest. But during her rest, Tito got interrupted by Mothi, a little moth who also wants the exact same cozy cushion that Tito found. This story explores themes of comfort. For example, we can see that Tito and Monty, both of them try to search for the same perfect comfy spot to rest. And this story also explores themes of competition, where we can see the cat and the moth, they both fight each other just for the cozy cushion. This story highlights how simple actions like wanting a warm place to nap can lead to an entertaining and memorable story.
Okay, this story basically take a place inside a cozy, quiet room and most likely in a house. As you can see, this story use warm lighting. Okay, and also they have simple furniture, for example like bookshelf, cozy cushion, box and also a desk. Okay, for the setting, for the first one is this story creates a calm and a peaceful mood. Basically, like the cozy room makes the story feel so soft, cute, and relaxing at the start. It gives a sense that nothing dangerous will happen. Okay, just playful actions between the cat and the moth. Okay, for the second one is makes the cat's personality stand out. Okay, because the room is quiet, the cat's curiosity, playful behavior become the main focus. Okay, the calm setting make the cat's reaction, for example like jumping, chasing, messing around, becomes funnier. Okay, the third one is highlights the contrast between peace and messy. Okay, at the first, as you can see in this story, the room is so peaceful. But when the cat starts chasing the moth, the calm room becomes so messy. Okay, this contrast makes the story become more interesting. Okay, and then the last one is help show the moth as a mysterious and magical. Okay, the dim and cozy lighting makes the moth glowing looks. Okay, special and almost that we call magical. Okay, so this makes the chase most interesting.
Alright, let's move on to the characters and characterization. So in this short story, it only has two characters, which is we got Dito, the fluffy white cat, and Monty, the little moth. Dito plays a really special role in the story, which is Dito is the main character. At the beginning of this story, Dito is just a sleepy cat who just wants to find a comfortable place to rest. And Dito is very soft and gentle, which means that Dito doesn't like to fight, and Dito just wants to nap in peace on the yellow cozy cushion that Dito found. And also, Dito is very determined, which means that when Dito finds the yellow cozy cushion and Dito really wants to take a nap on it, and Dito just wants the cushions to herself, which means that Dito is very determined. Next, let's look at the characters of Monty. In this story, Monty plays an opposite role than Dito, where Monty plays as the playful rival. In this story, we can see that Monty tries to take the same yellow cushion that the cat wants. And also, Monty is very bold, which means that Monty is not scared of the cat even though the cat is much bigger than Monty. And also, Monty is very competitive. For example, when Monty finds the yellow cushion, Monty also wants the exact same cushion that the cat finds, and Monty tries multiple tricks to get the cushion away from the cat, which shows that Monty is very competitive. Next, let's look at the unique traits and changes of these two characters, Dito and Monty. Alright, let's start with Dito. At the beginning of this story, Dito is just very calm and sleepy at the start. But Dito becomes really surprised and annoyed when Monty comes and tries to take the cushion away from Dito. So, what Dito does next is Dito tries again and again to get the cushion back from Monty, which shows that Dito is very determined to get back the cushion. But at the end of the story, Dito learns to share or accept small challenges in a playful way. Alright, let's look at some of the unique traits of Monty. In this story, Monty glows and flaps gently, making it look magical and cute. And also, Monty is very curious and attracted to the soft, glowing cushion. In this story, we can see that the yellow cushion, it has a yellow lamp on it, making the cushion looks brighter and comfortable. So that's why Monty wants the cushion. And even though Monty is very small, but Monty is brave, because Monty is willing to fight with the cat just to get the cushion. And during the fight, Monty tries multiple cheeky tricks to steal the spot from the cat. For example, Monty tries to lure the cat away from the cushion so that Monty could take a nap on the cushion. Monty adds a few humor and excitement to the story with its playful behavior.
I'm going to present point of view, so it's third person limited. Storytelling style. The audience follow the cat's action and reaction without hearing its thoughts. We only understand the situation through visual, movement and expression. and effect on audience, create humor and curiosity as we experience the chase from the cat's point of view while noticing the most playful behavior. And it's also third-person omniscient, which is original perspective. So storytelling style, the film shows both the cat and the moth equally, allowing the audience to see both characters and intention and playful rivalry. And effect on audience makes the story light, humorous and balanced as both sides are shown without bias, highlighting their cute competition. So how does its influence on storytelling? Its influence on storytelling by show both the cat and moth personalities, making interaction entertaining. Secondly, visual animation without dialogue emphasizes humor and playful conflict. And lastly, the third-person view allows the audience to see the full scenes, making the story energetic and dynamic. That's all from me. Thank you.
So, let's begin. For the beginning, we know a curious cat house named Ditto, which is loves exploring her home at night. One evening, she notices a glowing moth named Monty, where it's fluttering near the window. During that moment, Ditto becomes fascinated by it. For the rising action, as Ditto becomes interested in the moth, she starts to chase it. But the moth leads her around the living room, which is over the couch, under the table, and even across the shelves. This chase feels playful to her, as the moth keeps drifting just out of her reach. For the climax part, the turning points happen when Ditto jumps onto a wobbly shelf to catch Monty. The shelf shakes and a flower vase almost falls. At that moment, Ditto realized that her chase might cause her trouble. And that's all from me.
Okay, next I will be presenting about the plot, about the following action. So the first one we have Luna stopped chasing the moth after the near accident with the vase. Secondly, we have the moth gently lands her, calming her down. And lastly, we have Luna watch the moth quietly instead of running after it. So in the following actions, Luna decided to stop chasing the moth after nearly knocking over the vase. The moth gently lands nearby and calming her actions. Instead of running after, Luna quietly watches the moths glow in the moonlight.
Okay, for me, the main message of this story can be open to be interpreted because different people may see it differently. But for me, in my opinion, the main message of the cat and the moth is even simple and unexpected encounters can bring joy and happiness. The story shows how completely different creatures can seek for a same comfort and end up forming as a small meaningful bond. Okay, next for the moral of the story, I think there are a few of moral of the story in this story. Okay, first of all, it teaches us that small joys matter because even simple moments that create even simple moment that happen to the cat and the moth can make them happy. Okay, the second one is don't judge quickly. Okay, maybe we may feel like the thing is disturbing for us, like annoying at first, but we don't know that the thing, the person, or the moth to the cat can bring happiness to it. Also, the story also give the moral of remind us to be open to unexpected friendship, because connection came from someone or something we didn't expect at all. Okay. Also, what can I conclude for this is the moral of the story is be open to unexpected friendship. Don't judge too quickly. Small what feel like disturbance at first can be meaningful to us.
And for the visual appeal, I will be explaining the animation style and the color palette used in the cat and moth. So for the animation style, the short film uses a soft and cartoon style. The characters have smooth and expressive movement, especially the cats with the playful tails, eyes, and jumps. So the moth has light and floating movement, which is create a nice contrast with the cat. The animation is so simple but it's very expressive, and it tells the story clearly without any dialogue. So the next, we move to the color palette section. The film uses a warm indoor like brown, soft orange, and yellows to create a cozy atmosphere, and the bright moth and the glowing lamp stand out, making them the main focus in the scene. The warm lighting and the subtle shadows also make the environment feel comfortable and more peaceful. So that's all from me for point 1.
Next, cinematography. For the close-up, the film used them to show the cat expression clearly, whether it's irritated, curious, or surprised. This made the humor easier to understand because we can see exactly how the cat reacts. Second, wide shot. Wide shots are used to show the whole room. They have the audience follow the shots between the cat and the mouse, so we can see all the action happening at once. Third, dynamic camera movement. The film also used dynamic camera movement that follow the fast action. This makes the scene feel more lively, energetic, and dramatic, especially during the chase. Lastly, stylized shot. They are also stylized shot like sudden zoom in or exaggerate angle. They add a cartoon feel like and make the movement funnier and more expressive. Next, how the visual contribute to the story. First, show emotion without dialogue. The visual also have the character emotion even though there's no dialogue, so we can understand the story by just looking at their expression. Second, make the conflict clear. The visual also make the conflict clear between the cat versus the mouse. Their movement and reaction show the struggle between them. Third, create mood and atmosphere. The color and lighting help create the mood. Warm tone make the room feel cozy, while bright light around the mood add tension. Fourth, guide the viewer attention. The visual guide the viewer attention. The visual guide our attention to important moments like close up of the cat or the glowing light that attract the mood. Lastly, the visual add humor and excitement through expressive animation, fast movement, and funny reaction.
Alright, so this is the conclusion of the short film Cat and Moth. Overall, this short film shows how a small and ordinary moment can turn into something funny and meaningful. The playful chase between the cat and the MOTH remind us that even simple situations can become unexpected adventures. What we really like about this animation is its charm and creativity. Even though the story is simple, it is lighthearted and very memorable. This short film also teaches us not to stress too much over small challenges in life. Instead, we should learn to enjoy the little moments. It gently reminds us to be patient, flexible, and sometimes just laugh when things don't go our way. That's all from us. Thank you.